Jimbos. This is the terror bird. It lived around the same time as the saber-toothed tiger, which was actually correctly called the saber-toothed cat. The terror bird is not to be confused with the Gastornis. And this is the Gastornis. This thing lived in the Eocene, which was the first time that horses were exist. This thing ate the closest relatives to horses, which were called Propalitherium, which actually were not the closest relatives to the horses. They were the first ancestors of horses, actually. And they were the size of a fox, actually. Also lived at the same time as the Ambulocetus, which was the first whale. The terror bird also lived at the same time as the Macrauchenia, which was mainly preyed on by the saber-toothed tigers. Specifically, I keep calling them saber-toothed tigers, but I know they're called saber-toothed cats, which was regularly preyed on by the saber-toothed cat. By the way, these things, they were twice the size as the saber-toothed cats, but they still, the saber-toothed cats could still take them down. That's how powerful the saber-toothed cats were. And at this time, there was the Basilosaurus, which evolved from the Ambulocetus, which lived at the same time as the Gastornis. And the Gastornis was the size of a grown adult man. In the documentary Walking with Dinosaurs, the narrator even says when the Gastornis, actually both of these images of the Gastornis and the terror bird are both from Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, which is from BBC America. It sounds so weird. No, it wasn't made by BBC America. It sounds so weird when you say BBC. Okay, back to what I was talking about. So, in the documentary Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, the narrator says, and it was narrated by Kenneth Branagh, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm 100% sure, like 99.999% sure. And so, then the documentary Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, the narrator even says when the Gastornis is eating the Propalitherium, which was the first ancestor of horses, the narrator said, "This is a world where birds eat horses." That's how big this thing was. But the horses were the size of foxes, so I guess it's not that exciting. And both of these were carnivorous. And the Gastornis lived in the Eocene, which was the closest time period to the dinosaurs, which is like at the point when the world was recovering from the extinction of the dinosaurs. And guess what? The Lectiptidium, yeah, I said it right. Yeah, I know I said it right. Because the mammals survived the extinction of the dinosaurs, therefore, because they were living in the shadows of the dinosaurs, because the mammals couldn't rise when the dinosaurs were alive. So, therefore, because the dinosaurs already filled the niches that the mammals didn't fill. So when the dinosaurs were gone, the mammals became if the dinosaurs didn't go extinct, humans wouldn't exist. Which the extinction of the dinosaurs gave rise to humans, elephants, lions, tigers, any large mammal. Any mammal larger than let me think. I basically anything, when the dinosaurs were alive, anything larger than a cat as a mammal could not exist. Okay, so Jimbos. These things, this is actually a Florida monkey, but at the same time as the Gastornis lived, these things were the closest thing to humans. So eventually these are actually Florida monkeys, but the monkeys that lived at that time, they looked something like this, at least in my opinion. So these things gave rise to the Australopithecus, which were the first upright walking ape, which was actually the famous, which was the species of the famous fossil that was found in Ethiopia, and it was the Australopithecus afarensis, and they named the fossil Lucy because they were listening, the paleontologists that found it in their car, they were listening to the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles. So that's why they named the fossil Lucy. But this was not Australopithecus. This is the Florida monkey. And I'm not really sure the name of but they were primates. That's all that I have, because I'm pretty sure that they haven't been identified what species of monkey they were. They were some sort of primate. But the Australopithecus afarensis, I will show you the Australopithecus afarensis in 3, 2, 1. And this is the Australopithecus afarensis. It was the first upright walking ape. Then they split into 3 ape species, which were Rudolphus, I think, something like that. Something with Rudolph, definitely something with Rudolph. The Boisei, and the Homo habilis. And the Homo habilis eventually evolved into Neanderthals, which then, the Homo habilis evolved into Homo erectus, which then evolved into Neanderthals, and then so then the Neanderthals migrated to Asia, and then Asia from Siberia, and then the Homo erectus were in Asia, and then they became the Asian version of the Homo erectus, and then which the Homo erectus then the Neanderthals and the Homo erectus that migrated to Asia, then they both then they split. So then the Homo erectus that went to Asia migrated back to they went back to Africa. Neanderthals went back to Siberia. And the Homo erectus, the ones that migrated back to Africa, they ended up becoming the humans that we are. and then all the other human species went extinct. The only one living at that time was us, because the Homo erectus migrated to Africa. So then the reason that they became us is because we are more intelligent than the Neanderthals, because the thing that makes us human is basically imagination. Imagine it. Then, so the people that went to Africa, they had to think of stuff to survive. Like one thing that they did, they put ostrich eggs. So during droughts, they would put water in ostrich eggs and then bury it, so then they could come back and then get the water. And then the Neanderthals, they didn't do that. Therefore, the Neanderthals went extinct, because so then the Neanderthals went extinct, and then the only human species that was living was us. And then slowly, the Homo erectus that went to Asia, they slowly went all over the world, and then that's how humans exist now. Okay, Jimbos, may the dinosaurs be with you. Bye-bye.